Hi guys, I'm Kashmir, who's a huge fan of Chinese martial arts. Last video, I introduced the difference of Kung Fu Wushu and Chinese martial arts, the concept of Chinese martial arts, and the classification of Chinese martial arts. And today I'm going to talk about one specific field in Chinese martial arts, which is also the field that I have indulged my passion for 5 years, performing martial arts. Very cool, isn't it? It feels like those athletes are true martial arts masters, and if they are attacked by others, they could fiercely fight back. Will they? Let me introduce you the performing martial arts in 4 parts: history, definition, characteristics and function, and rules for competition. History. As I mentioned before, performing martial arts has a relatively short history. And in my last video, I said it was born specifically in the 1970s. But technically, performing martial arts has become a formal competition sport in 1958 and had its first formal competition rules in 1959. So please just forget what I have just said in the last video. Definition. Performing martial art, or Taolu in Chinese, is a kind of practice that put many predetermined martial arts movements in a specific order and perform it in a certain area within a period of time. Furthermore, almost every school has its own Taolu. Thus, unlike traditional martial arts, which individuals mainly focus on one specific school, a performing martial arts athlete may learn many different Taolu every year. For example, like me, I have learned several Taolu: blade, double blade, stick, Shaolin Quan, and so on. Characteristics and functions. First of all, performing martial arts looks more athletically pleasing. Those athletes will stretch their body and do somersaults while they're performing. Thus, nearly every year there will be a martial arts performance in Chinese Spring Festival Gala. Second, it contains less practical defense or offensive movements. Unlike traditional martial arts, its every movement has its own meaning. Thus, many old masters who are professional in traditional martial arts look down on performing martial arts, since they believe performing martial arts are more like a kind of art rather than real wushu. Third, performing martial arts has clear competition rules. Initially, Chinese martial arts has a goal that is to be a sport event in Olympic Games. But for traditional martial arts, its old rules for competition is definitely unsuitable for modern sports events. Therefore, performing martial arts borns with its new rule for competition. Rules for competitions. As a matter of fact, the rules for performing martial arts is quite complex. Sometimes rules will change due to the scale of a competition, but there are several norms that every competition has to follow. For competitors, they have to wear special designed costumes like this. They have to salute before and after they're performing. While performing, they must be inside of the competition venues. While for the judges, their total scoring must be 10. And they have to judge an athlete from 3 aspects: difficulty, execution, and artistic impression. And the total score for each aspect, respectively, are 2, 5, and 3. So, performing martial arts is just a small branch of Chinese martial arts, and it mainly focuses on how to perform martial arts movements rather than training for real fights. And if those athletes, performing martial arts athletes, are attacked by others, they may not like those traditionalists who will fiercely fight back at once, but they are on the whole stronger and faster than normal people when they encounter danger.